Good afternoon, everybody. It's the Rabid Raccoon. You know, been working on getting a vlog up all day today that I worked on this morning, and the frackin' I don't know, what do you call this thing? The app. The app kept crashing, and so I had to keep starting it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So it's a fucking long vlog, and I'm still working on piecing it together. And I made it at like 9:30 this morning, and I worked on putting all my funny little tidbits and pictures and whatnot in there, and I had to use a different app to piece the pieces together, because the video editor I use, I was having a hard time finding the files to put together in the app. So I was getting really frustrated. Plus, I woke up with a migraine. The weather here in Buffalo, we're getting some rain. The east coast of the United States is getting hit with a hurricane, and Hurricane Florence. And I think there's two more coming that I'm not sure if they're going to hit the coast or if they're going to blow out. Cheeky monkeys. And so it's great, and I'm not complaining at all, because we need the rain. We haven't had much of it this summer, and it got really hot. I'm not a summer person. I'm with my girl Pam on this one. I like the cooler weather. I like fall. If it was fall all year, which is totally against nature, wouldn't work. But if it was fall all year, I'd be one happy freaking camper. Because, well, fall and spring, actually. Just keep going from fall to spring to fall. See, that would work. Because everything gets pollinated and stuff. Just make a very long spring and a very long fall. Maybe a month of summer and a month of winter. There you go. I don't think I'm asking for much here, folks. Just go with me on this one. So, the weather affects migraines, and anybody out there that's got any hitch in your get along, a little twinge of anything in your body, you know that any type of weather, it be rain, humidity, cold, damp, it affects anything you have. So I get migraines and all that crap. So it affects all that and then some. So if you hear this little ticking noise, so I woke up with a migraine. So anyway, I thought I would just set you up. I've never actually set the phone on something and just did other things. And this is actually working quite well. So if you hear a little tick, 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 ticking noise here, it's me filling medicine bottle, medicine, what do they call these tab things? Your weekly medicine holder thingies. Well, I got 3 of them to fill. Oh yeah. There's mine, there's Paul's, and there's Cameron's. We're just getting Cameron into his zone because he's become more responsible with taking his meds. And with his, it's a weekly setup, but you can pop out the day's worth of pill holder. And so I'm filling those up. Usually that's a Monday thing. It's funny how when I can figure out days of the week, because as any of you people that follow me all the time know, that I never know what day of the week it is. I know a Sunday because Paul is off. I know a Monday because Paul is off. And Mondays usually are pill fill days. Oh yes, in this house we live wild and we fill our pill boxes. I was thinking about something though while I was sitting here. And you know, I was getting out the pills and I was getting myself a glass of juice because I'm actually really behind with taking my morning pills. And it's really, really frustrating to know that I have to stay on these fucking pills the rest of my life. I have been on mental pills since I was 18. And I've been on just about any med you can think of. I started out with a very tiny low dose of clonazepam, or as you call it, Klonopin as the name brand. I remember that actually, a 0.25, no, yeah, no. Gotcha! I don't even remember, it was like 0.15 or whatever. It was low at the time. And it didn't work. And then Prozac didn't work, low dose, and they upped it a little bit, and I didn't like the way it made me feel. So I advocated for myself, and I said, there's no way I'm going to keep trying this pill because I don't like the way it makes me feel. Which a lot of people don't realize they can do. Remember, you are your own advocate. Question everything, and don't be afraid to do that. Gone? I have no idea where that cut off because, excuse me, because I was talking and looking somewhere else. But I was just saying that Paul's my moral compass. So, yeah, I don't know what it's like to have a normal brain. And, you know, I'm sitting in a very bright room, and I have very sensitive eyes. I'm like a murloc. So as I'm filling these pill bottles, every week when I fill these pill bottles, this is one of the things I think about. As I think about all this stuff that, you know, is going on in my head, and how hard it is to think about these pills going into my body, and then the ones for my chronic illnesses. It sucks, you know, and to have so many people be so judgmental. I mean, I've had friends that are no longer friends see me pull out my pill box. See, I don't normally take my pills in front of very many people. I'll either take them in the bathroom if people are around. A lot of times I will take them now in the bathroom and take them privately because of the judgment. I've had people tell me, wow, you sure do take a lot of pills. Wow. You know, talk about robbing the drugstore. Wow. You know, you take one for every little, you know, thing you do. It's like, dude, if I didn't have to be on these, I wouldn't be on them. Oh, and then when we first had to put Cameron on medication, oh, that was fun. Hey, he's my kid. He needs this. We tried other alternatives for a long time, and nothing worked. So what are you supposed to do? Autism is not an easy thing either. So until you have a child with autism, don't judge. I don't see people going, oh, you're faking diabetes. Yes, I want to pump this insulin into my body for attention. Really? Paul just loves putting needles into his body. He's really into that. It's insane. It's totally insane. I just I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand. So that's something I was just thinking about, and I wanted to share it. It's kind of like Handy's deep thoughts. Remember that, Will? Oh, Kim's deep thoughts. People wouldn't know it, but there's actually a lot going on in my brain all the time. That's why I seem so ditzy sometimes, because there's too much going on and not enough time to process it before it blurts out of my mouth, or not enough. Oh, there's a fly in here. Driving me nuts. A little fruit fly or something. I'm like Donkey Kong. Well, actually, that sounded like a Tasmanian devil. What the hell? Anyway, yeah, we tried something for my attention deficit, and it didn't work. So I am hesitant to try anything else because I'm already on a few pills for other things. In fact, I've actually weaned off a lot of stuff, and a lot of the stuff that I'm on are supplements, vitamins and probiotics for my tummy. So it's like, dude, let me look at your drugs. At least mine are legal. Yeah, I purposely take pills and can't drink. I'd rather be drinking. And I'm not promoting that either, people. I have a responsibility here. I'm not promoting drinking and drugs and driving and drinking and drugs, or going off your meds, drinking and driving and illegal drugs. Wow. I could sit here all day and say what I'm not condoning. What I am condoning is taking time to think about other people before you judge them. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We have to try to think about other people besides ourselves, because people in general suck ass. A bunch of butt nuggets out there, and it's hard to feel anything for other people when the general population belongs in lava. Burning in lava. So I can kind of see what Thanos was after. I really could. When I was watching, if you haven't seen it, too bad. Spoilers are out, sweeties. Yeah, I could see his point. And his system, it wasn't like he, had poor people separated from rich people. It just was just picking random people. But you notice that he didn't go. So whoever wears the glove shall not go. Man, I'd have to have that glove in my hand. Actually, if I turn to dust, I'm okay with that. But if I stayed and the people I cared about turned to dust, I'd I would have a hard time with that. And I think I'd jump into lava. Seriously, I'd be lonely unless Chris Pratt survived. Who, by the way, is now dating Katherine Schwarzenegger. Oh, yes. And I was talking to my sister about this, and I approve, but he's still mine. Meet you in that room, baby. And if you're wondering about the room, the Ender room I'm talking about, you'll have to watch my other post that I'm trying to load. I've been trying to load all day. It's a long one. It's like an hour long. So I'm going to let you go for now, but this is just some food for thought. And if you're on meds and you have an illness, hey, we all have something going on. But I can't pretend to know what people that have diabetes have going on. And, the people I feel the worst for are people with cancer. Especially children, because they're just starting life to begin with, and life is hard. They don't deserve to start out with that too. That's my final thought. So, you guys have a good rest of the day, and I still have not found that list. So I might have to just re-look it up online. And I know all you guys could do that too, but how many people really feel like looking up to see if their shows are canceled? I do it because I love you and because I spend a lot of time at home, as most of you know. And a lot of you guys work still, so I like to help you out when I can. And, give you something to look forward to when you come home. Oh, I do want to say, and I'll just throw it in here, is I'm checking out Jim Carrey's new show on Showtime. Do you know it's been like 2 decades since he's made a movie? I think that's what I read. Well, this show he's like a Mr. Rogers type character, Mr. Pickles or something. And it's interesting because he has a son that died, and he's trying to deal with that. And he runs a show. He's a character on a show called Mr. Pickles, I believe. And Fred Pickles? Something like that. And he cannot separate the character from the actual person that he is. So he's got a little bit of an identity problem going on. Actually matches his life. So I'm on episode 2. There's 2 episodes so far. I wish they would just throw them all up there so we can binge on them. But I think they're kind of feeling it out. I don't think that they're all filmed yet. Don't quote me on that one. But it's very good. I really like it. There are some other actors in there that you will recognize, but I can't think of their names. But Frank Langelia, is that how you say it? Langelia? Wait, is that who that is? No. Wrong guy. I'm thinking of the guy from the Papa Don't Preach video, but it's not him. There are some actors and actresses in there that you're gonna recognize. And it is not a show for kids, okay? He's the only one that looks like he fits into a kid's show. But I think it's a good character for him, and hopefully it won't push him over the edge again. So if you're looking for a new show to watch while you're waiting for your old shows to come back, and you like Jim Carrey, so far he isn't like super cuckoo crazy like he used to be. He's more a pacifist in this and calm, but kind of edgy, like waiting, like something's gonna snap, kind of like in Cable Guy, but not that goofy dark comedy stuff. It's more real. It's more real. S'mores. I've been dying for a s'more. Cameron had s'more Pop-Tarts here. I snagged a few of them. They're not so good. The outside doesn't taste like a graham cracker. It tastes like fake candle graham cracker smell taste. You know, just not good. I did eat them. Yes, I did. I'll tell you. The inside was really good, but see, when I eat Pop-Tarts, there's very few of them that I actually toast, but I eat all around the edges first, and then I eat the frosted areas.